Re-establish htdocs as your base directory and return to the snippets pane, remembering that we're now using PHP Training 0104 as our snippets branch. Paste the snippet, new file, dbconfig into a fresh code pane and save this file as dbconfig.php, not in the htdocs directory, but go up to the xampp directory and save it in the htconfig directory which we just saved. Notice that this script comprises simply an associative array called db with the three parameters we need to access the MySQL database and the parameter database that we need to access our particular database, Alpha CRM. Close this file and on a fresh code pane, open the script new PHP script file. This is a slight variation of the old one we've been using. It asks for the date first and then a file name. Let's call it test.php and then save the file as test.php, not in the htconfig folder, which is inaccessible to site visitors, but in the htdocs directory. Double click on htdocs under the xampp folder and save the file. So this file is now accessible from the top level web server directory, localhost. Notice the include construct as the first executable line in this script. Include simply says include the file quoted in this space. Paste it in. This file is a relative path to the file dbconfig.php that we just created. Remember, we created the file dbconfig in the folder htconfig, which was parallel or at the same level as the htdocs folder. So we have to go up a level with the double dot slash, then down to the htconfig directory, and then name the file. We've also used the parameters from the db associative array. We've used db hostname, db username, db password. Then we've used db database in the select construct and db connected from this statement above. Now this means two very important things. First of all, we haven't got all of our access details, including our password, plastered all over this accessible file at the top level of our web server in localhost. Secondly, if we ever change one of the parameters, like the password, then we'll only ever need to change it in one place, that is in the dbconfig.php, and not in every file we've ever written. Before we test this in our browser, enter echo success semicolon in the connection trap, and then save the file. Now in our browser, in a new browser page, open up to localhost, which is the top level, and then inside localhost we know we've got the file test.php. Run that, and yes, it says success. Going back to our code, all this is saying to us is that our new piece of code to access the database, which is now more secure and more usable because we can change parts of it just in one file, is now working. So in future, we can use this piece of code and we can collapse those sections and start entering the code for new pages in the connection trap. Now it's time to move on and take a more detailed look at the echo construct.